do y'all talk so fast in Spanish?
I don't think we speak fast, but it might sound fast when you're attempting to learn the language.
So it's not fast.
No.
That's extremely fast.
That's how I've learned.
But you don't talk that fast in English.
Mm-hmm.
So why do you talk that fast in Spanish? Not only that, the hardest part of understanding it is, especially conversation, is because in simple conversations, y'all are talking at the same time. Why are you talking? I'm trying to keep up. One person at a time, please. My mind can't keep up. Why y'all do that?
Well, I think that's just a normal talk. Like, I think that if we know that someone in the group maybe doesn't speak the language as well, we might slow down a little bit, but normally we just speak. There's no reason to. Okay, especially, Caribbean Spanish, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Cubans, like, we do tend to speak faster than, the Latin America Spanish and even the Mexican Spanish. So yeah, we do speak faster, but there's no reason to slow it down unless, maybe somebody we know is purposely attempting to learn to speak the language.
But you don't speak that. You said that
I speak slow to you, but normally...
No, I'm talking about English. You said I speak fast English. And I'm
what I'm
no,
saying
I don't
is,
speak fast English. I speak slow English.
Yes, but if somebody's trying to learn English, it might still sound a little too fast, even if to you it's slow English. But also, down south English, again, you guys drop letters, so it's almost the same.
No, it's not, because we don't speak like Speedy Gonzalez. We just talk. Now, I'll give you that. We drop letters, but we don't talk as fast. We just drop a few letters here and there. Actually, it's just pretty much letters. So for us, it's just letters at the end of the word. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like talk. We might not say the K in talk. We don't say talk.
Right.
We say talk. So the K is very soft. But I mean, that was just an example.
Okay.
All the words we say, we might drop a letter. We're not going to drop letters throughout the word.
Okay, that's what you say.
We're not going to say, like how you say Mimo. We're not going to drop multiple letters inside the word.
That was one letter dropped.
Babe, that was two.
We don't say mismo, we say mimo.
Mimo.
That's one letter, the S.
Okay.
Mimo.
Multiple.
Which means the same.
Multiple. Okay, we can go.
That's one letter.
Oh my goodness. Multiple.
Most times,
Okay.
Puerto Ricans, we just drop the S.
Or half of words.
Half of words. We don't drop half words.
What you talking about? Para. Half
Well,
a word.
street. Okay, yeah. Okay, I see what you mean. Yes, instead of saying para, we say pa.
And that's like, we can go.
But it depends what it's for. Para, which, well, yeah, for. We
Right.
say pa instead of para. But that, again, is
But I guess there's no
not
consistency.
proper Spanish.
It's really
but there's-
dropping S's.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then like maybe cutting words in half. Consistently, we drop letters at the end. We might drop the last letter.
Right. Right. Well, I mean, that's what we do. That is Puerto Rican Spanish. And not just
because we
Puerto
run
Rican
words together
Spanish.
too, so I get that. We do it. I don't say got you. I say got you.
Right. just learning, just
It's-
like in the English language, depending on what region or what state, it's not gonna sound the same either.
I don't get it. So
it's just like that.
you know, for my people struggling out here, you know, when it
I
comes
was struggling
to speaking,
learning, understanding English when I first spoke to someone who was from the South. I didn't know not one word that was said, and I'm not exaggerating.
Oh man, you tripping.
Right.
For my people that's learning Spanish, you know, once you get out of the classroom and you trying to have conversations, I mean, I don't know. I see people be like, oh, I learned Spanish in 6 months, or I learned Spanish in 4 or 5 months. I want to know what they learned,
They probably most likely learned the proper Spanish. You're not gonna learn, and even still, I mean, you might speak proper Spanish, and maybe, you know, you don't have all the prepositions and all or whatever, but you speak proper Spanish. There's no way that you can learn a dialect in that short amount of time. Like you said, for example, with Puerto Rican Spanish, when we drop a few letters in a word, when you're learning that language, you know, Spanish, it's not typical. Like, you're not going to be able to learn it that way. It has to be a proper Spanish that you're learning.
Yeah, it's tough because you can listen to like YouTube videos, or you can listen to different lessons, and it's like, oh, you pretty much understand, and then you walk out and start talking to people in the street, and you like, man, I don't know nothing.
And it doesn't mean, again, with Puerto Rican Spanish, that we can't speak proper. That's just common. It's our common language. But if I'm going, you know, somewhere, I don't know, like...
and Boo don't be wanting to talk to me in Spanish.
I do speak to you in Spanish. I just have to speak to you proper Spanish, which is, again, that's not my dialect. So I have to force myself to speak proper in order for you to understand me.
We'll speak proper.
Pero ese no es mi lenguaje.
Okay.
Tienes que aprenderlo en español así.
See what I'm saying?
Well, when I go with you to your family, do I tell them to pronounce every letter and every word? And stop running words together?
Whoa.
No.
You've known English for 20 plus years.
That don't matter. Not when you first go down south for the first time. It's a whole new language.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Es mismo.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Como aquí mismo. En Maryland, Pennsylvania.
No.
La gente habla
It's
inglés.
English,
Sí,
but
mismo.
a little bit different.
No.
I always get asked where I'm
Es
from,
no
but it's
diferente.
probably because... Yeah.
¿Por qué?
Well, I think just because English was my second language. So...
You speak proper English.
Right, exactly. It wasn't my first language, so I try to speak in a way... Well, first of all, the English I learned was from Pennsylvania.
Okay. I mean, over time, it's getting a little easier watching novellas.
Yeah.
But it's more or less like, but even still, because with novellas, is people are not normally talking over each other, so it's like
exactly,
you can follow, you know, a little bit better. But then when you like people are having conversations and talking to each other and everybody's talking, it's just like it's a whole scramble and jumble of the brain of you trying to keep up with the conversation. So
okay.
One day I'll learn.
But you've gotten far. really far. You got it.
I hear you. Maybe one day I get even better.
You will.
After another 4 or 5 more years.
Yeah. To learn a specific dialect. Yeah.